What's up, YouTube? Today I got my S19j Pro back off the window. Like I said, I think I figured out in my previous video what was wrong with my airflow and why it was restricted. So I got the kit back out. I did talk to Fruits and Fruits and Associate, and they were very quick at responding, so I do appreciate that. Obviously, this wasn't a sponsored video by them, but they were real quick to respond, help me out, give myself a few things to check out before we went any further with it. So I said, let me diagnose it a little bit, because I'm sure it's just something that I was personally doing. So I'm gonna go ahead, get this kit on off camera. I'll show you guys it again with it all together. Hopefully get it up and running today. I'll show you guys the Bitmain dashboard. We'll check out the temps. Now, everyone else I know that's used this kit had real good success with it, so hopefully I do too. And I did test, because the issue landed in my exhaust setup here somehow with the insulation that I had around my big fan exhaust. I had it jammed in there. It got in there and was blocking it and restricting it. So I cleared that all out. So I'll get it back together onto this. Hopefully it's not restricted and it flows through it nice and smoothly, and it can cool the miner down. So I'm gonna do that off camera, get this all back up and running. I'll show you guys it, and then we'll go inside the dashboard. So I got the kit on. There's a little bit of air up top here, so I might have to just put some tape to try and block off to get it all out. But I'm using the flex tubing still. It seems to be doing good. This is warm to the touch. It is mining right now. It's at 2001 watts. So obviously, because the fans aren't on it, it's not registering power being pulled by them. And this is probably around 60 watts at 3/4 power. I think this thing hits about 90-ish watts when it's at full tilt. I might have to get a meter on that one day and check it. I don't want to shut it off while the miner is on. Could cause the chips to overheat and damage it. But I do have just a controller here. I may invest, if I do multiple of these with 8-inch fans, I may invest in an automated one. So when the ambient temp, I can kind of just figure out when the ambient temp is at what temperature. It'll just pump so much heat or so much air through it. But this is up and running. I'll show you guys the dashboard. I just got it going, so the temps kind of settled in a little bit. It's only been a couple minutes, so I'll let it run for, I don't know, like 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll check out the temps, because that should be settled in where they're going to be. Right now, it is 77 degrees Fahrenheit in my basement. Now, with this setup, it should help, because it's piped right outside, help exhaust some heat out of my basement, but it's kind of fighting for cool air right now with my Octominer, so not the best of setups. But this is temporary until I get something more permanent up in my ASIC window here. But 4 ASICs gets a little crammed in one window. So I need to figure out, a setting, maybe build something out. We'll do that in a later video, but let's go inside. We'll check this out on the dashboard. I'll show you guys the temperatures of what it's doing. Like I said, it's at 3/4 of what it can pump out. So I would say, if I had to estimate, this thing does roughly 804 CFM. Is probably in the 600 area of what CFM is pumping through the miner, which is still more than what the stock ones do. But let's go inside and check out the temps. You can see here on my dashboard, I'm doing roughly about 82 terahash per second. The temps are sitting pretty decent. The inlet temp, the highest one is 52 degrees Celsius, and the highest outlet temp is 67 degrees Celsius. Now, this isn't the best of ambient conditions. Like I said, being into like the high 70s, almost 80 degrees Fahrenheit in the mining area, but with the air pushing through it, it's a little bit cooler than when I was running it before. I said hovering around the 70 degrees Celsius, so I gained a little bit of degree temperature. But the big gain I got here was the noise. It's much quieter, and I don't really hear it now, at least for that miner. That is, the other ones I can still kind of hear, but that was a big point, or big rewards of doing this modification, was I wanted that noise to be much lower. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thanks for checking this video out. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more.